Hello, I am so excited to be here and to be here with all of you. I'm grateful to have a few moments to share my heart with you because there is something I want to be a little honest about with you all. And I do promise to be totally honest with you for the next 30 minutes. After that, there's no telling. I have been waiting for this moment for nearly 5 years. There's something I've been wanting to talk about, and it feels like now is the perfect time because it's a message about the Solex business that many people feel uncomfortable talking about. In fact, I'd venture to guess that what I'm about to share with you might make some of you squirm in your seats a little bit, maybe feel a little uneasy. When Shelby asked me if I would speak, I told her that I would only do it if I could talk about this one thing. Why do I want to talk about money? Because here's what I have learned about the healing community over the past several years, in both healers and people who are seeking healing. There is nothing that makes y'all more uncomfortable than talking about money. For healers, it makes you uncomfortable because you want to make it very clear that you are not doing your job for the money. It's your life's mission to help people, and you would do it for free if it just wasn't for all these bills piling up. You work long hours, you put yourself last, you overextend yourself, you help every person you meet out of the goodness of your heart, and yet you haven't taken a vacation in years, or when you do get a day off, you still somehow end up helping someone. You pay yourself a minimum wage just to get by, you forgive the outstanding bills that your clients haven't paid, or you discount your services for people who can't afford it. Because this is just what healers do. You give and you give until you have nothing left, and you find yourself stretched so thin that you want to give up. Now, I know most of the healers in this room probably aren't going to admit that this is them, so I want to hear from all of you. Does anybody here know a healer who is like this? Do you know a healer in this room who is like this? That's what I thought. Don't worry, I'm coming after the rest of y'all too. I know we have a lot of people in this room who need healing, or maybe you're supporting someone in the healing process. You would go to the ends of the earth to find whatever solution you're looking for that diagnosis or ailment that you've been given. And you would spend every dime that you have on the next best wellness tool, biohacking device, supplement, wearable, drinkable, trackable. Maybe you spend so much money on all of these things that there's very little left for things like your kids' extracurriculars after school, or that thing on your car that's been broken for a while, or that anniversary trip that you've been meaning to take. It's just never there when you need it. I have been in both of your shoes, both as someone who is seeking healing and $50,000 in medical debt, and as a practitioner, burning the candle at both ends, trading my time for money. I see you. I have been there. So here's what we're all gonna do while I'm up here on this stage. I need you all to make a promise to me. No matter what I say, it is automatically assumed, if you're a healer, that everyone in this room knows you are not doing it for the money. And if you are seeking healing, it is automatically assumed that there is enough abundance in this world for all of us, even you. Deal? So why am I qualified to be up here talking about money today? Is it because I'm one of the top income earners in Solex? Not even close. Is it because I have the biggest organization in Solex? Not by a long shot. Is it because I have the most direct QLAs? Nope. Not that either. I'm here because I am best friends with some of the top income earning QLAs, and I'm going to tell you how much money they make. And I didn't even tell them that I was going to tell you that. No, I wouldn't do that to them. I'm here because I want to break the myth that you need to be a top income earner, have the most direct QLAs, or the biggest organization to earn life-changing money with Solex. I am here because I have personally experienced and seen firsthand the transformation that takes place when a Solex paycheck turns dreams into reality. And I know there are people in this room who have this quiet little voice inside them asking, could I really do this? Could I really make more with Solex than I do at my corporate job? Can I trade my one-on-one client model and make more money while still helping people in the process? How much money does Steph Warner make? Well, I'm not going to tell you that either, but I am maybe going to give you some hints. So I stand before you on this stage, bringing my best quantum Barbie vibes, because I want to share the truth about what it takes to build a Solex business. I want to give you a peek behind the quantum curtain. I want to show you what's really gone down in Quantum Town. And I realize some of you don't even know who I am or who Team Taurus is, so let's take a peek back at the beginning. In the fall of 2020, I was 1 year into working full-time as an emotion code practitioner, working one-on-one with clients. And I had this prayer on my heart that I finally said out loud. I wanted to find a way to help my clients help themselves. I was getting burnout, trading my time for money. I loved my clients, but I felt this sense of codependency developing that made me feel uncomfortable. They were relying on me to help them when I knew that their true ability to heal was within themselves and they didn't need me. What they needed was to be pointed in the right direction, to figure it out themselves, to be given the tools that would make them feel empowered to have the answers that they were looking for and the ability to do something about it. So this was my prayer. And 2 weeks later, my sister Hannah Craig called me and told me about a miraculous experience she had with a new bioresonance frequency technology called AO Scan. And I had this deep inner knowing that that is exactly what I had prayed for, but I still was a little bit skeptical and I wanted to try it out for myself. Neither of us had any intention of building this as a business. Once we tried it on ourselves, our friends, and our family, we knew that this was going to change the world forever. And so we decided to form Team Taurus with Juliana Malili and Stacy Ellie. Now listen, some of you in this room may have seen some of my content online, and maybe you thought to yourself that I kind of know what I'm doing. While I do have a master's degree in marketing, let me be the first to tell you that I loathe sales. And I can take very little credit for Juliana joining my team. The first person to introduce Juliana to AO Scan was my dad. You see, Juliana was his motion code practitioner, and while they were on the phone during his sessions, he would not shut up about the AO Scan and kept telling her to ask me about it. But I was too scared to tell her about it because I was her friend and I didn't want to seem pushy or salesy. I did, however, genuinely want to help her when she had a severe vertigo attack that left her bedridden. I offered to scan her and send her frequencies. She decided to sign up just to give it a try. Those frequencies eliminated her vertigo, gave her her life back, and she was forever changed. Can you all imagine if I didn't offer to help Juliana, the Pearl-ranked leader? She's responsible for like a third of the people in this room. I didn't know she was gonna do that. I didn't approach her because I wanted to build a business. I wanted to offer her a solution. I thought there was a small chance that it might help, and it did. This is the message I hope to drive home today. Not in the business of sales. You are in the business of solutions. We already identified that if you are here, you're either a healer or you're seeking healing. And that's why you are uniquely positioned to have success in sharing these solutions, because you already care. It's already an authentic part of who you are. You see a problem and you say, maybe you should try this. But Steph, it is so much more complicated than that. I need to have all of these platforms and resources, training materials, a website, sales funnel, and brochures. Like, my friends, let me tell you how we really built this business. We had overnight success in the first year. We were the first ones in, and it just like really took off, so good luck to the rest of you. I know that's what some of you are thinking. Here's how it actually went down. We decided to build a business, and we were going to treat it like a business, not a hobby. We had no idea what we were doing. We didn't have the words to explain how frequency technology worked. When one of us signed someone up, we were like, what did you do? What did you say? How did you find them? That is exactly how things went the first year, and it was absolute chaos. I was scanning people for free on a weekly basis, sometimes up to 20 people a week. Not very many were signing up at first. Most were curious, but they were skeptical and hesitant. Absolutely no one was talking about frequencies online. We were the epitome of fringe. We had no marketing materials, no presentation slides, no websites, no brochures, literally nothing. We had no systems. But once the momentum got going, we were signing people up and barely keeping our heads above water. And then that second year, we pumped the brakes and we were like, hey, maybe we should put some systems in place. The systems came after the success. We led with sheer enthusiasm, hope, personal testimonials, and ignorance. Let's zoom out and take a little big picture at what this looks like. This is what 1 year of consistent, enthusiastic momentum created for all of us. Team Taurus has grown by an average of 500 active new members per year. We now have over 2,000 active members on our team. Stacy, Juliana, and I all left our full-time jobs as emotion code practitioners and holistic health practitioners after the second year to focus solely on our Solex business with part-time hours. Some of us working just 8 hours a week. I personally earned my highest paying income in my career in just my second year at Solex, which was $10,000 more than my previous high-level corporate job. I truly live life on my own terms. I don't answer to clients, and I support my team on an as-needed basis. I travel 6 to 8 times per year and average 8 to 10 weeks of vacation. I attend all of my children's school events and field trips. I can drop everything to help family members when they are in need. I never have to worry about losing out on my paycheck because of canceled client appointments. And I have consistently earned a steady and lucrative income for the last 5 years. And I work 5 to 10 hours a week. I want to be completely transparent with you, though. I am a part of a team of 2,000, but I personally have 25 direct active QLAs, which is double what you need to maintain platinum rank. And I earn global pool shares on about 200 active QLAs in my organization. I don't earn anything from Juliana's organization now because she is a rank above me. I didn't know she was going to do that either. Are you putting 2 and 2 together yet? You do not need to have a huge organization to make life-changing money with Solex. I am very blessed to have a husband who has an incredible job. But I want to make something very clear. I am financially independent when it comes to all of my personal expenses and the savings that I choose to set aside for myself and my family. Every single penny that I spend on clothing, hair, personal care, most of my medical expenses, vacations, supplements, health and wellness tools, is paid for by me. Give you just a few examples of what that looks like. One of my favorite questions that someone asked me about my Solex business was this: what was the first big purchase you made with your Solex paycheck? And this brought tears to my eyes because it made me realize something. 11 years ago, when my son turned 1, I left the corporate world forever, and I promised myself that I would never work for anyone else ever again. I hustled for a long time doing freelance marketing and other network marketing companies, and I was making pennies, largely relying on my husband to get us by. I did make decent money as an emotion code practitioner, and I'm really proud of myself for that. But after my first year, my Solex income replaced my emotion code business. And by the second year, I saved up enough that I purchased a $5,000 3-person infrared low EMF sauna for our home because it was something that I had really wanted. And then French door refrigerator, because side-by-sides are the worst. So I bought myself a new refrigerator because I could. And then we had some friends who fell on hard times, and they thought they were going to have to pull their kids out of private school because they couldn't afford it anymore. But I had more than enough. So I took my Solex money and I paid the school $500 a month for the entire year to make sure that their kids had a better education. When my son turned 10, I wanted to do something really big and fun for his birthday, so I surprised him and took him and our family to Universal Studios so that he could experience Harry Potter World. And this year, my daughter turns 10. It just really sneaks up on you. And I am taking our family to Kauai for her birthday. I paid for that. I am making these choices for my life. Just this summer, I got to make one of my biggest dreams a reality. I never have to live through another Nebraska winter ever again. Because I have the freedom of choice, I have the freedom of time, and the blessing of financial abundance and my husband's job finally gave him permission to work remotely. We moved our family to Austin, Texas, where I also get to be closer to my sister, Hannah. I am sharing this with all of you because I know that some of you have dreams that you have set aside because you can't afford them. And you're so caught up with your clients, or you're still waiting for permission to live your life. This is what is possible. It takes work, obviously, but this is the beauty of passive residual income. Something that I built 5 years ago is still paying me. I don't know if Kai thought through that. People who signed up with me in 2021 are still with me in 2025 because they believe in these products just as much as I do. I know that I am definitely not the only one who has benefited from my Solex business. I know there are dozens of others across Solex Nation who have, but I can only speak to those who are closest to me and the ones that gave me permission to share their stories. My sister Hannah is able to homeschool her children while working this business just 2 half days per week. She and her husband recently chose to move to their dream city near Austin, Texas, because they have the freedom and the flexibility. And they bought the kind of house that is on most people's dream boards. Juliana's life is transformed because she's a digital nomad who is financially independent enough to live anywhere in the world. I never know what time zone that girl's in. Twice, when tragedy struck in her life, she was able to step aside from her Solex business for long periods of time and still be financially supported. And Stacy went from being a single mom, not knowing how she was going to make it on her own, to building a quantum wellness center alongside her partner with their own 2 hands, and they are already helping hundreds of people. And it doesn't end there, because each of us reached out to someone and offered them a solution. Thousands of people's lives have changed for the better. So many others on our team have built incredible businesses on their own. People like Jess Cevallos, Caitlin Simmons, Julie Tibbles, Leslie Zwick, Christy Huerman, Cindy Leslie, and every single one of them would tell you that they decided to build a business. They led with enthusiasm and passion. The success came first and the systems came later. In 2024, thanks to the passion and dedication of our incredible organization, Team Taurus generated $4.7 million in sales for Solex. This is what is possible. But, thank you, it was just me. But here's what's confusing to me. We have had amazing success without 90% of the resources and products that you guys have access to now. At the time, AO Scan only had 4 programs, and did I mention we had no website? The math is not mathing here. You actually have more resources like a beautiful Solex website, tons of videos to share on YouTube, sharesolex.com marketing tools, and yet some of you are hesitant to start, or maybe you feel stuck, or you're not seeing the same success that we did. Why is that? It feels to me like some of you are waiting for something. My question to you is, what exactly are you waiting for? Are you waiting to find the right words? Are you waiting for your sponsor to lead you? Are you waiting to find a turnkey sales system? Are you waiting to build out your website and your sales funnel? Are you waiting for the timing to be right and the stars to align and all of your negative beliefs to be reprogrammed and your fears and your past traumas to disappear and magically go away? Are you waiting for me to tell you what to do? If you answered yes to any of these, and the reason you haven't started or your business hasn't succeeded yet, or you feel stuck at the moment is because you believe that there is something outside of you that will bring you the solution. And I am here to tell you that you are the solution. You are the solution. Your awkwardness, your uncertainty, your I have no idea what I'm doing, your authenticity, your unique passion to help animals, children with autism, chronic illness, the elderly, you do not need anything else. You just need to show up as you and run with it. Maybe what we need to do is have a little course on what not to do when you're running a Solex business. Here's just a few that I've seen. You host an in-person event and very few people show up. Nobody buys anything, so you never do another event. You're terrified of speaking in front of people, so you won't do an AO Scan presentation unless your sponsor is there leading with you. You post consistently on social media for about a month, it totally flops, so you just give up. You take every Solex University course, energy healing program, quantum biology class, and yet you still just need one more certification until you are officially a frequency expert. Or you keep the AO Scan to yourself and you don't offer it to people around you who need help. Does any of this sound familiar? Here's the secret to how we built a multi-million-dollar business with Solex. Y'all better write this down. We hosted in-person events, hardly anyone showed up, nobody bought anything. But then we continued to host these events until we mastered them and we attracted the right people to attend. We posted consistently on social media for about a month. It totally flopped. And then we kept posting until we reached 77,000 followers. Okay, that's just Caitlin Simmons. The rest of us out here are trying. We shared the AO Scan with anyone and everyone who needed a solution for their health and wellness. And here's just a few more that I'm going to add because I'm feeling kind of sassy today. We watched as other leaders attempted to sell 10 different products from 10 different network marketing product companies, and we said, no, this is the only one that matters. We did not have MindSync. We did not have Easy Scan. We did not have custom Cephi playlists or the ability to scan 16 people at once, and yet we built a team of over 2,000. Sometimes I think we focus so much on all of the reasons that it won't work that we forget the most important truth. Micro failures build confidence and experience. And I am not the first person to say that on this stage today. Are you listening? And confidence and experience breeds success. Here's the hard truth of the matter, folks. This is not about you. This is about all of those people who are praying for something like this and for a person like you to come to them and say, I have this tool that might help. Do you want to give it a try? So I want to hear from you now. I'm going to ask a few yes or no questions. Shout them at me. Do you agree that AO Scan is one of the most powerful wellness technologies in the world that blows the competition out of the water? Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you agree that there are millions of people in this world who could benefit from having this technology in their lives? Yes or no?
Yes.
Would you say that AO Scan technology could be considered more advanced than AI? We talked about this earlier. Have you personally experienced a profound shift or witnessed a shift in others as a result of using AO Scan or any other Solex products? Yes or no?
Yes.
Have you seen results on your report that absolutely floored you?
Yes.
based on the sound of your voice and your bioenergetic field alone, and yet it was able to pinpoint the exact imbalance in your body without an MRI, a CT scan, an ultrasound, or any other diagnostic test? And would you say that that in and of itself is a miracle? If you answered yes to any of these, then you have all of the information that you need. You have a technological miracle more powerful than AI that changed your life at the tap of a button in the palm of your hand. That's it. That's what you lead with every day. The sheer awe and mystery of how powerful and profound and miraculous it is that you have access to it and you have a voice to speak about it. So here's how you're gonna work it into your day. You're gonna start speaking about it on whatever platform you choose, in person or online. You're gonna say the wrong things a lot. Eventually, you're gonna say the right things. You're going to lead with enthusiasm, awe, and wonder, and passion, and your energy will attract your tribe. You will put forth the effort and patience to manifest success first and develop systems later. You're going to remember that we are not in the business of sales, we are in the business of solutions. Okay, wait a second. Some of y'all are sitting here and you forgot that this whole presentation was supposed to be about money, wasn't it? Isn't that what I said at the beginning? That's my point, exactly. When you lead with solutions, success naturally follows. And when you experience success, the systems are built with the wisdom that you lacked in the beginning of the journey anyway. And once your systems are in place, you now have a business that just so happens to provide you with financial abundance. The money was never the point. It was the natural result of authentic servant leadership driven by healers and helpers who just want to change the world. We've already identified that's who all of you are. I'm just pointing out what some of you are leaving on the table. Many of us have had financial success in big and small ways with our Solex businesses because we decided to lead with the profound belief that this is the most powerful solution that we can provide to empower people to take their health back into their hands. We did it wrong until we did it right. We did it scared until we did it proud. But most importantly, we did it just long enough that we could stand here on this stage today to tell you that if we can do it, so can you. Thank you.